Hey, what's going on, you guys? I'm Leslie, and today's video is going to be one that I don't do very often. 3 true scary horror stories by Mr. Nightmare. If you guys want to watch the original video, I'll leave the link in the description, and let's get into it.
I was home alone one night during winter break. I was watching TV in our sunroom, which is like a smaller living room type space, which we use as a TV and movie room. There was also a door to the side driveway in this room. I had all the blinds shut and was under a blanket, watching some random movie I don't even remember, when out of nowhere the lights turned on outside. Though, so I lifted the blinds briefly just to do a quick check. It was clear. There was no way that I know of to shut off that light, so as annoying as it was, I just had to wait.
Michael Myers.
I figured it was a raccoon or a possum or something that might have triggered the light. Somebody standing at that door. I wanted to shut the TV now, but the remote was in the middle of the coffee table, and I was afraid to even move that much. I looked to the blinds, which were fully pulled shut. However, I wasn't looking at the blinds. I was looking at what I saw through the blinds. There was a perfect outline of a person standing on the other side, with their arms stretched out a bit from their body. I don't know how to describe in writing how I felt in that moment. There was an intense feeling in my heart and stomach area. But before I could even get to the door that separates the sunroom and the dining room, the person on the other end started knocking aggressively on the window.
Pizza! Now would be a really good time to grab not only a knife, a very large knife, but also the phone. The wireless phone. Yeah, 911 operators love this stuff.
I saw the shadow beyond the blinds move towards the door. I saw some old, crazy-looking woman with wiry hair on the other side of the door. For a moment, I felt less intimidated, until she started banging on the glass of my door with both hands, screaming as if she were mental. I slammed the door to the sunroom and called 911. I was told to wait in a safe locked room with a weapon to defend myself until the police arrived.
What did I say?
Any nightmare I ever had about a break-in came true when I heard glass shattering outside of the bathroom. I waited a minute after not hearing anything to slowly and quietly unlock and open the bathroom door.
Why?
I peered into my living room, and there she was. The old woman with the wiry hair, standing in the middle of my living room in front of a broken window. She spotted me when I had the door open and came rushing over to the door. I screamed like the scared 17-year-old I was and slammed the door shut again. Things under her breath on the other side, and I couldn't make out any of it.
No.
I was too busy crying and begging her to go away. I finally heard a bang at the front door, so I opened the bathroom window and screamed help. 2 cops came up to the window I was screaming through, and I begged them to crawl through the broken window out back. They assured me they'd be okay and they'll be right here. Door. When I stepped out from the bathroom, the 2 cops had the insane woman detained.
There you go.
They did it pretty easily. The woman looked at me with a look of crazy in her eyes, and I looked away. Because they felt as her supposed caretaker, she should have been held liable for allowing a mentally disabled person to break into someone else's house.
Yes.
Sadly, my parents lost the lawsuit, but the old crazy woman was out of our neighborhood at the very least, and was put in some kind of treatment center.
Well, that's better than nothing. Seriously. And if anybody happens to be watching this story and you know your horror movies, the image of the old woman that was on the screen just now was the gypsy woman from the movie Drag Me to Hell. Yeah, that's her.
Somehow, this whole thing would be different. But because of that, I don't know what to think.
I know what to think. Emily wants to play. I might try playing that.
So on the 3rd day, George and I actually went next door to introduce ourselves. But he didn't answer the door.
Then go away!
His car was in the driveway. We figured maybe he just couldn't answer it for whatever reason. As we were walking back down the driveway, George stopped me and told me under his breath to look at the window next to the front door. I looked and saw a kink in the blinds. A man was holding it up and staring through it like a creep. I saw the neighbor. He was some big-looking guy wearing a hoodie with the hood up, which was weird given that it was like 72 degrees out. We agreed to go over and ask him politely to stop. Since he was outside, we knocked on the gate instead of the door. Just as we did, the sawing stopped. We expected the gate to open any second, but it never did. At least the sawing stopped, though, so we went back to sleep. I woke up, but couldn't figure out what the sounds were right away.
Is that a baby?
Not until I got to the window and realized the sounds were screams. The screaming seemed to be coming from inside the house next door, and I saw the neighbor outside in his backyard again. He was hurrying into his house, but he was dragging something. I couldn't tell what. Then he stopped and looked up at my window. I moved away from the window as soon as I realized.
Yeah.
I ran to George's door. Then there was a slam from downstairs. It was our back door. We looked at each other with horrified looks on our faces.
Knife!
George yelled into the phone to send help because the man just entered our house.
Oh.
While he stayed on the phone with the cops, I went to the hallway and then to the stairway. I looked down the stairs and listened. There was creaking in the floorboards down there. I tiptoed back to George's room and shut the door. He told the woman on the line to have the police come in through the back door immediately, and that means he could have. No matter what he did, though, he couldn't push through the door. We heard him go downstairs, and all was quiet.
And if he's got tools, I'm surprised he doesn't have a nail gun or something. I mean, we know he had a saw if he was working on something, or even power tools.
George and I ran downstairs in relief. When we got there, we didn't see any police. I noticed right away, however, that someone was hiding behind our dining room table. I told George to run back upstairs with me. And the man hiding behind the table got up and chased us up the stairs. This time we went to the bathroom where we could at least lock the door. But we weren't in there for long, because once again we heard someone shout police downstairs. This time for real. We heard the sound of a knife being dropped to the floor.
Yes.
And when the police told us to come out, we did. They brought him out to the police car in cuffs and put him in the back seat. We told the officers to check his house because we heard screams.
Yes.
They went in with guns drawn as another cop car pulled up in front of our house.
Disturbia.
2 more cop cars pulled up 2 minutes later. We were shocked to see the cops come out of the house with a woman crying hysterically. She had been locked in his basement and she was pressed up against the door, screaming as loud as she could. There was also a dead body in the bag the man had been dragging in the backyard.
Whoa.
We didn't find out the whole story behind who this woman was, or who the dead body was, but we're pretty sure the man was going to jail for life.
Seriously, there's some freaking scary, crazy people in this world. I can't believe I'm saying this, but that actually was pretty clever of him to say police. To get them to come out. But yeah, this is why you grab a weapon and phone when somebody breaks into your house, or if you see something weird out your window, just go grab something, just in case. Oh my god, I can't imagine that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. For anybody wondering, yes, I'm still working on editing the videos for my reactions to seasons 1 and 2 of Attack on Titan. I did recently start watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I don't know if anybody would want to see me react to that almost, well, not halfway through, but 10 episodes in, because some of it is really, really funny. And the same goes for One Piece. I think I've said in a previous video, I have not seen One Piece in years, much less all, 900 and something episodes. But if anybody wants to see me watch that, let me know down in the comments. And the same goes for Naruto Shippuden. I have only seen a few episodes of that. It was a couple years ago with one of my brothers, but it was in the 400s range, so I didn't really have any idea what was going on. But I have never seen all of it. But again, if anybody wants to watch me while I watch it, let me know. I'll be sure to include the link to this video in the description. I hope everybody enjoyed my reaction. Be sure to come back soon for more. I'm Leslie, and I'll see you next time.